Hey y'all, and welcome to Janet and Janet. Okay, so guess what? Miss Foodie uploaded a video, and of course I'm gonna react to it, right? Y'all want to know what it is? It is I cook Syrian food in Syria. No, I have no idea what she's talking about. Do I trust her cooking? Absolutely not. But is that going to stop me from saying what I'm going to say? No, ma'am. Let's go. See, she's not like Anne Boleyn. She got some merch going on, and she says she does pretty good selling it.
Hi guys, welcome back to a new series here
I have never once seen you clean a chicken. Not one time.
from Syria. So I have a very nice friend here. We will call
Alright, that makes sense. Miss Foodie ain't doing it.
her for the purposes of these videos, Noor. So Noor and I are going to be preparing
No, not ignoring you. It's gonna be her. Her, not you.
a dish called ragaga. It's
No, I'm not gonna try to say that.
spelled differently. I'll put the spelling here, but it's basically just
So you don't even know how to spell it. It's kind of like either or. You can call it this or you can call it this.
this is a dish that is layers of thin, crispy bread and layered with chicken and onions and spices. So
You can tell she's got a whole new audience now. You can tell because she's not doing the crazy Chantal. No, she's doing the more level tone, monotone, just going on with the flow for this audience that she's got that's just now discovered her.
see how it's made in this video. And Noor was nice enough to offer up her kitchen and to teach me how to make different Arabic dishes.
So it's going to be her cooking and you trying to learn something. We don't trust you cooking anything. We don't trust you around a burner. We don't trust you with a lighter. We don't trust you, period. No, you don't need to learn nothing.
So this one I'm mostly just observing, but going forward,
Exactly my point. She ain't doing it.
I'm going to make more dishes myself with her help. So yes, that is what's going to happen. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. It was very delicious.
Y'all remember, everything I say in here is my opinion, only my opinion for entertainment purposes and only entertainment purposes. And I'm just a woman, a mama having fun on YouTube. Yep, that's what I am.
All right, now we are adding a yellow onion to the pot with the chicken to simmer with the chicken, and that will just add a lot.
I guess knowing it's the colored yellow, I guess that's important. Okay, I'm not taking notes. Are you?
Lot more flavor as well. Here we are adding some bay leaves, cardamom, and cinnamon to the pot with the chicken as well. And then we're going to put the lid on and we're going to let that simmer.
I was about to say there ain't much more they can fit in that daggone pot. They're going to have to buy a bigger one if they plan on cooking for you.
For about 45 minutes to an hour. Here was my least favorite part about this cooking.
Oh my goodness gracious! You gave her that's not safe. That's not safe. That's not. Salah must be filming this, and he's got to be on his knees and knuckles going
Process because the onions were very strong and they made my eyes water. The
Look at how fast the other lady's going compared to Foodie.
lady I was with here had no problem with the onions, but my eyes were very sensitive to it. But we are cutting up a whole bunch of onions because
You are not used to cooking. You're used to just pressing the buttons and ordering out or saying, "Ha, Salah, go."
onions along with the chicken are the main ingredients for the ragaga. So you will see how the onions just add so much flavor to this dish. And we have a lot.
We are going to see that the onions add flavor. No, ma'am, we can't say it's flavor. We can't see the flavor. Flavor is what you taste. Foodie.
Lot of them to cut up here. So here are the onions just being cut up, this whole bowl of onions here, and then they are going to be cooked down in some olive oil.
Yes, people are requesting this in her live streams. They want to cook with me, but I didn't request this.
All right, so now that the chicken has been simmering,
Boiled. That's what you're doing. You're boiling the chicken.
for a little while. She is now adding some salt.
Some salt. Some salt? I'm used to a pinch, a smudge, a smadge, a grab, but I'm used to things like that, not a whole cool.
And she's going to add some spices as well. So we have some salt here, a good generous amount of
Stop! Stop! You do understand Chantal is a diabetic, right? And she don't need no sodium. She don't need to be swelling. Stop!
salt. And then we have some curry powder. I love curry. It just
Yeah, that right there is spicy to me and I can't eat it.
smells so good when it's cooking. We have some ground cardamom.
Look at how much they put in there of those, considering how much salt she put in there. Goodness maces.
Some ground ginger. I think that was the cardamom, actually. The one before that was the ginger.
You're the one that's supposed to be helping cook this. Why haven't you written it down? You can write it down and say, I need this much of this, this much of this, this much of this, buy one of these, buy one of these. But you're not even doing that. You're watching it and don't even know what's going in it.
I'm not sure they look the same, so... And here are some capsa spices. I'll put on the screen here what exactly capsa spices are.
Yeah, so some of those she put in there twice? Is that what I read? I don't know. I'm not going back.
We're going to give that a little mix. And
Come
I
on.
think this is a bit more curry. And then just give that a...
How does somebody teach you how to cook when you don't even know what's going in the dish? How is somebody teaching you to cook? They are absolutely not teaching you to cook. They are cooking for you, which is sad.
Stir around. Add the lid back on. And now we have some flour. 2 bags of flour. Because it is now time to
Back up off the microphone, Miss Foodie. You don't need to be that close. I can hear your spit.
make the dough for the ragaga. It's kind of like almost like a layered pie, like a pie in a lasagna. So there's 2 bags of white flour.
A pie and a lasagna? That does not sound appetizing. It doesn't matter how I like lasagnas and I like pies, but together? I don't think she's explaining this right. I hope not.
Here that are needed for this particular recipe. And we're going to add 3 spoons of salt.
Goodness graciousness! That sodium level's gonna go whoop, whoop, through the roof.
It's a very simple dough, just flour, water, and salt. And there's in the red bowl, there's water there. So I'm going to mix the flour with the salt. And then...
Why are you not doing anything? Seriously, back up off that mic. Back up off that mic, woman. I just can't. I can't.
What's going to happen is she's going to gradually add cupfuls of water to the dough and mix it by hand. It's just so much easier. You got to get some hand action in there to properly knead the dough anyways. So
please tell me y'all can hear her the same way I hear her. It's like she's got the fan on and she's got the microphone right up here, so she's trying to block the fan. At the same time, all you hear is her spitting in her mouth.
little by little, just incorporating the water there until you get the consistency that you need.
Dude, it's dough. You're gonna need it. Woo. If you gotta explain everything like this, your new subscribers are scaring me.
And I guess it's just easier to really work the dough if you're on the...
You could have said that from the very beginning. We are making dough. That's a shortcut and ain't easy for Foodie.
ground doing it, and of course I'm not on the ground. Down on the ground, it's more difficult for me.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say, every time you get yourself down on the ground, you can't get yourself back up. So you need to just keep countertops for you.
To kneel down like that, but she's getting in there and working the dough. And then after it's to the consistency she likes,
Probably got to let it rise. Come on, Miss Foodie. These are stuff you should know. I mean, you don't even have to cook to know half of this stuff that she's saying.
we're going to let the dough sit for a little while. All right, here it is. Pretty much done. Pretty close to anyway. And we're trying the broth. And man, the chicken, the broth, so
Yeah, not for me. I would not want to be disrespectful for anybody, but not for me. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. No. I run. Understand, Miss Foodie can't do that. I do.
flavorful. Like, I couldn't believe it. The leftover stock is going to be such a good soup base. Yum. So this recipe has a ton of oil, and when I say a ton of oil, almost this whole bottle gets used. Now it looks like a lot of oil, it is, but you're going to see how it gets used later. So she's
No. Uh. Uh. That. That's more than a lot of oil. What in the world are you trying to do? You can't fry that many onions at once if you're trying to deep fry something.
adding a ton of oil. You almost kind of fry the onions in the oil.
That's what I'm. It's kind of like fried taters, but you don't put all that in one. How you expect to get them all? I gotta shut up.
Now this is really good quality olive oil. I mean, we have here in Syria tons of olive trees everywhere. It's just a huge staple, and the end result was actually not greasy at all. It's just olive oil is very, very healthy. Okay, so
Nah, and don't you even try that on people. Don't you need to quit lying to people? Absolutely quit lying to people. Even Anne Boleyn cooks in water.
don't worry about all the oil. You'll see later. Trust the process. So the chicken's ready. We're going to remove it because it needs to be shredded for the recipe. So here we are, just removing all of the chicken from the pot.
I like how she's saying we. We ain't doing nothing. It's everybody else. I don't like chicken on the bone. I think that's my problem. Okay, I don't like chicken on the bone. I never have, never as a child, anything. I just don't like it. And maybe that's my problem. Y'all will see it differently, maybe. She did some editing. Y'all give her a little bit of credit. She put some music in there.
And here I am. Yay, I'm helping. I'm just doing,
She has to go, yay, let me in, tag me in, come on, tag me in. She is a child.
little things here and there to help. I mostly just wanted to observe this time and help where I could, but I'm stirring things around because,
Yeah.
just
Because you have to. You leave them there and they'll burn. You got to move things around. Guys, I hate to tell you, Miss Foodie can't cook. If y'all don't already know that, she's never been able to cook.
trying to help as much as I can. And hopefully I can learn something from this and maybe make it on my own in the future. So here we are, just shredding up the chicken. After it cooled off a bit, of course, or it would be scorching, but we're going to shred up all of the chicken pieces.
Hey, don't change the volume of the music. I'm perfectly fine with where it's at. You ain't got to make any more edits than that. Y'all imagine, just imagine, put in your head, you got Chantal right now pulling your chicken apart. The same Chantal that will wipe her nose and then put it and wipe her mouth and then wipe her nose and then wipe her eyes and then have her sleeve dragging everywhere and not washing her hands. And no, we can't do that because that's too much of an inconvenience. But that's the woman touching that food right now. I hope this entire thing isn't like this. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, not trying to be rude, just being me. I'm just saying, I want to go see something. I want to go do something. Get us outside. I want to see around. I want to get you. I don't want you sitting on your bottom all the time. I get that enough in lives.
Now we are adding the shredded chicken to the olive oil and the onions. So this is going to be our filling with all those spices incorporated that you saw before. So this is going to be the filling for the regatta. And
So now we're oiling down the chicken with the oiled down onions. I'm gonna be quiet.
the smell is just, I can't even put into words. Oh, so we add more spices. So we add some more curry. Looks like more curry here.
You said it's curry, but it looks like more curry. You gotta get the. Come on, you chop to it, Miss Santal. We gotta get this thing done. You need to write it down. What if we all want a recipe? That's it. We all want a recipe. How we gonna make it? Chantal don't know.
Some salt.
I understand this is their culture. I understand this, and I respect that. And it's not anything to do with the food. It's Miss Foodie. I just I need something more out of Miss Foodie. Okay, I really do.
I think this is capsa spice or cinnamon. Sorry, cinnamon. We had cinnamon, ginger, ground cardamom, and some more capsa spice are the main spices here.
Get your hands in there and you do it yourself so you know exactly how much to put in there, but you won't do it. You're lazy.
And did I say ground ginger? And of course, we have some black pepper here as well. Some black pepper. We're going to mix that in. And yes, the smell is just amazing, as you can imagine.
My tummy's already going, no, ma'am, you ain't eating that. You ain't doing that. You not hungry.
And I'm going to give that some nice stirring as well.
You're not even stirring it. You're patting the top.
Incorporate all the flavors. Mix the onions very well with the chicken. The chicken is nice and tender and shredded. The onions are just melting from being cooked in the olive oil.
And you can see all the oil that's in there, Miss Foodie. You really can. You can still see it all bubbling and cooking. There needs to be a bigger skillet.
Just going to give it a really, really, really nice flavor. And, of course,
No.
I get to try some of the
I thought she was about to put her mouth on that. I was like, no, you don't do that.
chicken. I was asked to. And yeah, it's so good. And I was very hungry at this point. Everyone was hungry and smelling this food. So it was really cool to see how everything was made here.
When people said they wanted a cooking vlog, they wanted you cooking. They wanted you to be in the kitchen. They wanted you to be moving around. They wanted to see all this. That's what they're kind of wanting to see. You know, I'm interested in seeing how they cook, but I'm just thinking Foodie eating all this. Everybody else, fine. Foodie eating all this is not good for her.
All right, now that the dough has been sitting, it looks like a pan here greased with olive oil. And she's forming a bunch of balls of dough for the recipe here.
What? I'm going to be quiet about Americans and American size. I'm going to be quiet. Are they rolling it out on oil too, like an oil pan? Is that what they're doing? They're not like flour roll.
So these little balls of dough are being rolled out to form the layers of the regatta. So we have layers of dough and olive oil and then filling. that are going to make up
That's not a pie. That's not a pie. Not if you're going to put multiple layers. That's not a pie. Chantal.
this recipe. So here you can see there's a layer of dough, then there's a layer of filling. Just like a lasagna, like I said.
You also said pie. You said pie. How is it a pie?
Syrian lasagna, I guess. But it's, yeah, I've never tried this, but Salah said it's amazing. So, and as you can see, like I said, there's a ton of olive oil used in this recipe. But again, it's really high quality olive oil. And in the finished product, I was surprised that there was hardly, it was not greasy at all. It was like it just got a.
My grandmother would be screaming at me right now to turn this off. Absolutely 100% screaming at me. Now, I can't cook like her because I don't do a dash smidge smudge, but still, oh.
Absorbed or something, so. But they always use a lot of olive oil, and yes, as you can see here, but it's so good. This olive oil is so good. I've never tasted olive oil this delicious before, so. But yeah, this is basically the process of just rolling up the dough, layering it with the.
They should have picked something else to cook with you. You know you're going to get roasted over this. You know you are. You know the reaction channel is going to tear into you.
Filling here, so.
Now you think of all the health problems that Chantal has. She has a lot. She has sleep apnea even. Think about that. And she's about to put all that sodium and all that grease and everything, the oil, all of it. She's about to start ingesting it. My heart hurts from looking at this. I'm just going, my arteries. Now, of course, if I was over there and something like this was been fed to me, yes, I would eat it 100% because I would respect the person that's, cooking it. But I wouldn't have myself in this situation. I couldn't because of the simple fact of I have a heart thing. And so I can't eat oil and grease and all this like that.
Now we're poking holes.
We put oil on top of it. Oh my goodness, isn't it goodnesses? Okay. They need like 4 bottles of oil to get through this thing.
To go into the oven for baking. And the dough balls and the filling made 2 different pies.
How are they pies? Pies and lasagna, they're different. Don't let Chantal touch anything hot. She will burn it, and she'll burn herself, and she'll drop it. Just don't even let her touch it.
All right, the ragaga's finished. So here we have one of the pies anyways, all finished. The other one is.
So this is a vlog about somebody else cooking something in Syria. Okay. All right, we go out at night for ice cream and things like that, but we don't get taken along for that. No. Miss Foodie don't do anything. She takes us out and she stays in the car or she goes and buys food. That's all she does.
Getting there, so we're going to put it back in for a couple of minutes or so. And here we are cutting the first pie.
If If y'all are new here and you're enjoying this, hi, I'm Janet. Yes, I always act like this. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Neither do I. I always like to be just as surprised as you are. But anyways, if you've gotten this far, click subscribe because I have more to do on Foodie.
It's almost like actually like a pot pie, like a Syrian pot pie kind of, but here it is with the layers and the huge chunks of chicken, and it's served with some laban or some yogurt. And
Do you remember her saying, y'all don't worry because I'll show you how we use the extra olive oil, later? Didn't all that get soaked up into those onions and chicken and all that, so then you had to add more somewhere else? Did y'all hear that? That wasn't just me. That was both of us heard that.
I'm having some water, sauteed. So the next day for dinner, we had a dish called a traditional
Cook at your house. Go to your house and cook. Don't make people cook for you.
Syrian dish called malehi, and this is made with jamid here. That's what you're seeing right here is jamid, and this was made homemade by the person cooking this meal, and it's dried yogurts.
She didn't say we cooked this or anything like that. She said this was made by somebody else.
I tried a piece of it, and it tastes very similar to Parmesan cheese. It's really delicious, and then it gets liquefied into like a yogurt sauce, and they use this same type of jameen and as well as mansef. Maybe you heard of mansef.
No.
But malehi is a dish made with bulgur, jameen, and
I don't understand half the words she's using. I really don't. I mean, I don't see a bottle of it. I don't see a description. I don't see a title. I don't understand anything she's really saying.
It's chicken or lamb. And we're having chicken today, so this is, I wanted to explain. It's like a dried yogurt, and then it gets made into a sauce in a lot of different Arab recipes. Now, I forgot to film some of this, so...
Imagine that. You only have one job. It's YouTube, and anything interesting you don't film, but I don't know that this is going to be interesting, so I'm going to hush.
Somebody filmed for me, and they filmed in the... other way, so sorry about that, but it's okay. This is them stirring the jameen sauce. They add it's
So you didn't even hold the daggum camera yourself? You had somebody else hold it? You lazy bum.
stirred in with the chicken broth, the broth from the chicken. The chicken had been simmering like you saw in the previous video for the ragaga, so something similar. So this is making the sauce, the
It kind of looks like almond milk. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
yogurt sauce. Basically the jameen, yogurt, and chicken broth and spices. So once the bulgur is cooked, it gets kind of mashed like this, kind of like you would do with mashed potatoes. They have a special big spoon to mash the bulgur with, and they add some...
I don't know what to say to y'all. Y'all are watching the same thing I'm watching. I'm just sitting here going, Foodie. Your name's Foodie Beauty, but you ain't got to eat all the time.
ghee. Actually, the ghee is a bit later, but right now they're just mashing the bulgur, and they add some yogurt to the bulgur as they plate it, and as they're mashing it, they add a bit of...
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone because if I don't, I'm gonna be mean, and I don't want to be mean. Y'all know I don't want to be mean, but if y'all give me permission to be mean, I can be mean. But y'all gotta hit the comments below and let me know, because I don't like to, but I need to right now.
The yogurt sauce, they add some ghee, and now as they plate it, they serve on these big serving plates. We all eat together and sit around on the floor and eat like that. And
You sit on the floor. You can barely get yourself up off the couch. How do you get yourself off that floor?
they just drizzle it with some yogurt as well. And here is the process of them adding the yogurt.
Of them. So there's more than one person cooking for Foodie. This is going on Foodie's channel. Foodie's gonna, make profit off of this. Do you think Foodie's gonna share it with them? Probably not. She's gonna keep it all herself, even though this has nothing to do with Foodie. She just enjoyed eating the food, as she's telling us.
Yogurt and broth to the bulgur wheat as they're mashing it.
She must have stayed overnight with these people. There was something mentioned about something. I'll try to figure that one out and get back to you.
And here's the clip of them adding the ghee. They add some ghee as well while
They, every time she says they, it throws me for a loop because I think she's supposed to be helping, but she's not helping with anything.
they're mashing. Ghee is clarified butter. So this is
That's all you need, Miss Foodie. You need extra olive oil and extra butter.
animal ghee, and they're just mashing that all together. Ghee also gets drizzled on top of the final result.
Have y'all noticed how much food that's making? That's making a whole crap ton of food. So does that mean they're doing that specially for Chantal, or do they make this and use it throughout the week, or how does this work? Because we're not being explained any of this. Because to me, that's a lot of food.
That's why. Here's the final result of the mehi. And as you can see, the leftover yogurt broth gets served on the side. So you can add
Is that oil on there too, or am I just stuck on oil? I may just be stuck on oil. Y'all just forgive me for that.
it as you're eating as well, or you can take some sips from it. Salah and I shared one, and this is the chunks of chicken with the bulgur wheat and the sauce, and it's a very traditional Syrian dish.
I still pose the question. I mean, to me, that's a lot of food. Maybe not to y'all, but to me, that looks like a lot of food that they're preparing. So I would like to know facts like that. I would like to know, do they cook once a week, and is that something they eat all through the week, or is that just one meal to them because they have a big family? I want to know things like that.
And it was so delicious. It almost tasted like a risotto, like if I could describe the texture and the flavor.
So rice, just say rice.
It was really, really, really delicious. I enjoyed it very much, and I was very grateful that they made this dish for me. Satay.
All right, guys, there you go. She is done. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to compose myself, but you know what? Sometimes you just can't. But I want to say to you, and I want you to listen to me. I'm serious. Listen to me. Y'all have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And remember to smile today, or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. Alrighty, guys, y'all go find that mirror and smile at yourself. Why? Because you ain't where Foodie Beauty is, and so you shouldn't have that many worries in life. Alrighty, guys, bye.